Hey y'all, it is Black History Month, no matter what Donald Trump says. So here are my 2025 Black History Month book recommendations from brilliant Black authors. Black writers and thinkers and artists and poets have shaped the world in ways Trump's tiny little puny brain could never comprehend. My first recommendation, Octavia Butler, Parable of the Sower, whether it's the beautiful graphic novel version or the traditional. I love just dispelling this notion that people are like, oh, she was clairvoyant, she could see the future, because what we see in this story is a lot of what's happening now. But the reality is that Octavia Butler was a historian, and she paid attention to the details. Book number 2, The City We Became, from N.K. Jemisin. New York City is at the center, and each borough in the city itself is represented by a different avatar. They're like on this quest to save the city. I love it. It's a beautiful story. You also can sort of like have these debates about whether, Brooklyn is holding it down, or like, do you think Queens' avatar is accurate? Is Staten Island being a little bit of a bitch baby? You decide. Book number 3, Journal of a Black Queer Nurse. It is a memoir of sorts, and Brittany Daniels was a traveling nurse for a while, and she just talks about what it is like to be a Black mask-presenting lesbian in a hospital setting, going to these different places to take care of community members and people who look like her and people who don't, and the racism, the sexism, the queer phobia she experienced, but also just like outlines the ways that our medical and healthcare system is failing Black patients, and how she's punished over and over again for calling that shit out, but also manages to navigate it all with a level of grace in the face of all of the bullshit that she's got to deal with. She's still going to put her patients first. Next book is a graphic history. Dr. Rebecca Hall, Wake, The Hidden History of Women-Led Slave Revolts. It's like just absolutely fucking gorgeous. Time and time again, you see the receipts and the narrative being pulled together that shows that undoubtedly women were playing a leading role in slave revolt. Next one is a classic. This is actually like a recent reread of mine, Audre Lorde, Sister Outsider. The learning process is something you can incite, literally incite, like a riot. It's too good. Next book is a memoir. It is Trevor Noah's Born a Crime, a really, really intimate telling of him growing up with his mom in South Africa under apartheid. Funny and smart and sharp and eye-opening. This is an anthology that is edited by not just like a mentor of mine, but a very dear friend, Barbara Smith, who's one of the founding members of the Combahee River Collective. But it's a Black feminist anthology, and evergreen. It never gets old. This month and every month is a great month to read Black authors and celebrate Black history. Happy Black History Month, y'all.